guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you end up liking this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications so that you're notified every time that I post a new video. So this is going to be my third video on my channel. I asked in my last video if you guys wanted to see a budget with me, and I got 2 comments, and then a couple of friends that watched my video also said that they wanted to see the process of me going through deciding what I'm going to stuff in all of my envelopes, and then also kind of going through and calculating out all of my expenses and bills. So we're going to go ahead and do that today, and I'm just going to jump right into it. The date at the top, I'm going to go ahead and just mark it for tomorrow's date, because tomorrow we're going to go ahead and do this stuffing. So I'll mark it for that. 1 second. And I do have it a little bit zoomed in today so that you're actually able to see what's on my iPad. Okay, so we're going to mark 1, 20, 22. That is tomorrow's date. And then for income, my full-time job, we're just going to put, I can't remember what I put last week. Okay. We're just going to put the initials for what the company is, and then the number 2, because it's my second paycheck of the month of January. So for my full-time job, I did get a full paycheck this time around. So it was $1,213. And then I did Grubhub. So we're just going to put GH. And for Grubhub, last week, I made $362. So I'm going to go over to my calculator and just add those 2 amounts up. So that gives me a total of $1,575 to work with for this pay period. All right. So the first thing that I will go ahead and do whenever I'm planning out my budget is I'll go into my expenses, because I want to make sure those are taken care of first before I start to get into sinking funds at all. So I'll go in and write the dates that everything is due, and honestly, for the most part, it's just due the 1st of the following month. And if it's not actually due that date, I'll just put that as the date, because I like to have everything paid off by the 1st. So for rent, I'll put 2/1 is when that's due. And I'll do the same thing all the way down for all of my bills, even though that's not the case. Actually, for my car payment, I'm going to do $219, because I do wait until the day before, especially now that I'm paying $100 more a month towards that this year. And then for everything else, I'll just put February 1st, except for gas. And yeah, okay. So for my portion of the rent, because I do split it with Ben, it is a total of $700 for the month. So we already stuffed $350, or we didn't stuff, but we allocated $350 towards rent last paycheck. So we're gonna do another $350. I'm just gonna go over here and subtract that from my balance. For utilities for the month, I budget $100. So this is just for internet and electricity. The rest of our utilities are actually included in our rent amount, because our actual rent is $1,250 a month, so about $625 per person. But then with parking and then water and our renter's insurance comes out to $700 a month, and trash and things like that. Actually, trash, I believe, we don't get charged for that. It's just a service that they provide. But so for utilities, I'm gonna put $50 for this pay period. Subtract that. My phone, so right now I just pay for my actual phone payment. I don't pay for the service on it yet. My mom and I are kind of like negotiating when I'm going to start paying that. Most likely I'm going to be starting a new job soon. and I'll be receiving a pay increase in 60 days into the new job. So likely I'll have to actually pay for the phone service at that point. But right now I'm just paying for my phone payment, which is $24 a month. So I will allocate $12 towards it this pay period. I totally messed that up. Hold on. Okay. My car payment is actually $264 a month, but I'm allocating an extra $100 every single month for this year, just because I want to try and pay it off quicker. And I did decide that for my 10K challenge, I'm going to pay off the rest of my car at the end of this year. Just because I don't want to have to worry about this payment anymore. I just want to be able to allocate those that money towards sinking funds. But anyway, half of that is going to be $182. For my subscriptions, it's $100 a month. This includes my Every Plate subscription. We get 3 meals a week for the 2 of us. And then this also includes any of our, what are they called? Streaming services. So for this pay period, 50, forgot to subtract that. And then also, sorry if you hear like someone drinking, it's Libby. She's drinking the water next to my setup here. Okay, so my gym payment every month is $52. So we're going to allocate $26 to it today. Gas, I don't really have an amount, especially now that I started Grubhub. I feel like, I don't really know. I guess I'm just going to say $200 for the month now that I have Grubhub, because I am filling it every week now. And then we'll put 50 in there. Car insurance is $132 a month. And for this pay period, what is that? 66. Yeah. Oh my God, I just forgot what the amount was. All right, we'll go back and we'll total all this up and then subtract it. Savings, I just kind of had that there. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm ever going to add directly to that because I have savings challenges, so I'll just add to it at the end of the year. Rental application. So Ben and I actually went to go look at a new apartment over the weekend. We ended up finding one that we really liked. Our lease doesn't end for another 6 months, but they still offered us the opportunity to do the tour. So we were like, sure, may as well just check it out. And then when we went, we fell in love with one of these apartments. They offered us the opportunity to pay like a $200 application fee / holding fee to hold the apartment, and they're going to lock in the current price that it is now for our move-in date at the end of June. So we're each paying $100, so I'm going to do $100 for that. And then for taxes, I need to take a percentage out of my Grubhub. So total Grubhub was $362. I was doing 30% before, but now I'm going to be doing 20% because I realized that 30% was just way too much for something that I'm just doing on the side. So 362 times 0.2 is 72. So we'll go ahead and do 72. And then the last thing I do when I'm done with expenses, see, this is why I usually don't have like a huge amount to work with for my sinking funds, is because I have so many bills and like different monthly payments that I have to take care of before I can even get to sinking funds. But isn't that just everyday life? All right, we're just gonna add all of this up and then we'll subtract it from our total amount that we had to work with. Okay, so that would be a total of $958. And and then we'll subtract that from our 1575 beginning balance. So we have 617 to work with for our cash envelopes and sinking funds. Okay. So the next thing I like to do so that I know how much I have to work with everything else is go to my 100 envelope challenge and see the two that I'm going to be using this week. So we're going to be stuffing $22 this week. So we'll go back here, and then for 100 envelope challenge, we're going to put plus 22. And then I like to do my cash envelopes. So for groceries typically gets $100 for a 2-week period. Fun, I'm actually going to give it $200, which in the summertime, that is a normal amount that it gets. In the winter, it gets between 75 and 150, depending on whatever our plans are. But next weekend, we are going to Nashville, so that's why I'm putting 200 in there, because we do have kind of a big thing coming up. And the fun is also used for like eating out and things like that, or just activities that we want to do. Anything extra that comes up during the week, I just kind of put it all into fun. So, and then I usually put 15 into miscellaneous. Okay, so this is a total of $315. Then we have $280 to work with for our sinking funds. I'm going to see something real quick. Okay, I feel like something went a little bit wrong here because this is not, sorry, this is my first like time doing a budget with me, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit off, but I feel like something is just not right here. Hold on. Maybe it is, and I'm just thinking into it too much. Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so next. So the first thing I like to do is look at my sinking funds and then decide, okay, what are the most important ones that I kind of want to take care of for this pay period? So for me, travel is going to be an important one. I'm going to add 50 into travel. And then we're going to subtract that from our total. The next one is going to be personal. We're going to do 30 into personal. And then we're going to do 20 into emergency. And then another 20 into car maintenance. And then the rest, I'm just kind of I've got like the more important ones out of the way. I'm actually going to do 20 for Ben, just because Valentine's Day is coming up. And then I'm gonna do another 20 for date. And I wanna start saving more for Christmas, so I'm gonna do 20 for Christmas. Then how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, I can honestly do 20 for each one of these, which is actually really exciting, but I don't know if I really necessarily need to do that. So I'm gonna do 10 for Libby, because she's really low maintenance. We don't ever really need much for her. And then I'm gonna do 30 for home. And then because my mom's birthday is coming up in March, I want to start putting more money towards that. So we're going to do 25 in gifts. and then 15 in activities, and 20 in medical. So I'm just gonna make sure all of that adds up, and then that is pretty much my budget. Okay, and then plus the 22, it's a total of 302, and that's for my sinking funds. And then for cash envelopes, we're just going to add 302 plus 315 plus the total of all of our expenses, and we have a total of 1575, so we're balanced out. And that would be all. So tomorrow, the next thing I do is really go through and do my cash breakdown. I was going to do that for this video, but I really don't want this to be a super long video, and this part can take me a while sometimes. So because I do double check my numbers multiple times before I actually do my cash breakdown, and I don't want to have to drag you guys through that. So I'm going to end this video here, and then tomorrow we'll go ahead and pick up and stuff everything. Tomorrow you'll only see my cash envelopes and sinking funds categories, maybe income as well. But yeah, thank you for coming along for this budget with me. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you want me to continue doing these. I don't necessarily have to, but I could do these if it's something that you're interested in. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.